What is good? How are you all doing this beautiful Monday morning? I don't even know if I'm going to catch anybody on here. It is a Monday. It's a Monday. Some people might be getting up and going to work. Oh no, there's a few of you. Okay, what's up, y'all? Taro and T and Jackie. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Just figured I'd pop on here and chat. I haven't hopped on here since we got here to the new location. So figured I'd hop on and say what's up. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I was telling Leah the other day that I haven't chatted because I was afraid it would wake her up because my office is now like right next to our room. But she pointed out that my last office was right next to our room too, but the doors were really far apart. Like our bedroom in the old house, the doors were at the very beginning of the hallway and my office was at the very end of the hallway. Now it's like the opposite. Now the kids' rooms are at the end of the hallway and my office is right next to. But she says that no, I won't hear you. I was like, okay. I didn't want to wake her up. Anyway, what y'all up to? You digging the new looks in the studio here? I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I got a couple more little things that I want to do. But I've had this in mind for a long time. And this is the perfect little room to do it in. Very small room. Very small. This is probably, well, maybe it's not that. It's a little bit smaller. I think what's given off the illusion of how small it is there's still so many boxes that I have here that I haven't that are unpacked. Real talk though, it's smaller than my last office, but it's not too much smaller. Just a little bit. But yeah, I still got boxes sitting all over the place. So anyway, yeah, I've had this in mind for a while. Over at the old house, it was real echoey, and this is real echoey too. But yeah, I wanted to put up the soundproof panels. Now all I need is a nice camera. That's all I need next. Anyway, does the sound good? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. I just need now. All I need is for it to look better. I got it to sound better. Now I just need it to look better. I've experimented with so many different cameras, over the past 3 or 4 years. I've gotten different little cameras and tried them, webcams and stuff like that. I've just not been able to find when I go to Amazon, which is probably not the place I need to be shopping for a nice camera. But let's see, video camera. Like I can't find anything. Like there's one for like 228 bucks, but I need a nice one. I mean, probably one that's a couple $1,000, and there's one for 450, one for 200 and something. No, I need a nice one. And I can't find. Oh, there we go. Ooh. 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 Okay. That's 1,200. The last time I looked, I couldn't find anything that expensive. Ooh, I'm putting that in my cart. Okay. Sweet. Anyway, that's my next goal is to get it looking professional. That's my next goal. So, anyway, what y'all up to? Yeah, no, yeah, I got my Wi-Fi set. Okay, here's what happened with that. This is bizarre. This is just one of many. This transition has been rough. This has been a rough transition. And because we're making such a major timeline jump. You want to make you'll see too this year how much of a timeline jump I'm making. But whenever you make a major timeline jump, a major one, it's rough. It's hard. Very rough. Anyway, though, Yeah, the Wi-Fi, we got it and it was kind of shitty and a little bit ugly and nasty looking and all grainy and pixely and crappy looking. Well, anyway, the next day I go to do a reading and I can't go live. I'm like, well, that's weird. So I thought maybe it's just the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi was kind of, weird. I couldn't go live. Tried to go live on every account that I have. Could not go live. Would not connect at all. So we call up the internet people. Like, yo, what the fuck is with this shitty internet? You know? And I, meanwhile, get in the car and I drive down the street to McDonald's. And I go in and I use their Wi-Fi and I go to go live, can't connect on any of my accounts. See, we're up in the hills here, so we don't have any service. So cell service sucks ass up in the hills. And we're like actually in the hills. When I heard the name Chino Hills, I thought that was just the name of the town. No, we're actually up in the hills. When you go into Chino, when you cross into Chino Hills, you got to go start going up the hill, and our neighborhoods are up in the hills, and the service is horrible up here. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. They put a new router in there. I still can't fucking go live. I can't do nothing. So we get a hold of YouTube support. Like, what the fuck? It would be one thing if it was just one of my accounts, but every single account and meanwhile, I'm going on YouTube. Everybody else I see is live on there. I see all the other people that I follow, they're live. There's some people rambling. Mike was doing his tarot readings live and whatnot. I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't I go live? And turned out they found out it was a bug in their system. It didn't happen to everybody, but they did say that there were quite a few users who were struggling, not being able to go live for whatever reason. I had some readings that were late that I had to just pre-record them and upload them. And while I couldn't go live, my uploads were like taking for like hours, It was a big mess, but finally they fixed it. They finally fixed it. So yeah, that was a big pain in the ass. That was weird. Yeah, this has been a difficult transition. Very difficult. But we're making a big timeline jump. I have to keep them because see, we're not used to having any kind of issues with anything. And we're both like, wow, we're getting a taste of not really struggles, but challenges. We haven't experienced any challenges at all for the past 3 years. We've been kicked back there in Vegas, with our feet up, chilling, relaxing. Everything works smooth, everything smooth sailing, everything perfect for 3 straight years. The biggest challenge that we've experienced is going to the gym. That's the most challenging thing that we've experienced. And then now we get making this transition. And I told her, I was like, because we're making a massive timeline jump. Promise you that's what it is. Promise you that's what it is. Because I'm going to tell you what, every time I have ever made a massive, massive timeline jump, it's hard. It's hard. And again, I was telling her too, even looking at some of the other timeline jumps I've made in my life, this is still nothing compared to, say, for example, my timeline jump from overnight going from minimum wage to 6 figures overnight. You think that was easy? That was a fucking nightmare, dude. That was a fucking nightmare. That was a nightmare. So, and even this, what we're going through now, little problems like this, just there's little shit, man, little issues. Every time we turn around, there's little issues with something. I'm like, that's still nothing compared to some of the timeline jumps I've made in my life. And that's the way it works. Anyway, though. Anywho, yeah, I know. I was pissed. I was like, what in the world is going on, man? They fixed it, though. They said that's a bug on our end. Sorry about that. And they fixed it like immediately. So, yeah. And once they fixed it, though, the new router that they put in was way better anyway. So it's kind of one of those things that didn't really have anything to do with the internet, but the router that we did have was bad anyway because they came and tested it, and it was putting out a bad signal anyway. So that's one of those types of things where maybe I guess the universe made my YouTube crash, and they did that. And the universe did that for me because if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have gotten a new internet router because now we have much better signal, much better. So anywho, oh, that's about all that's been going on our end here. Very interesting. This town too. And the funny thing, here's another funny thing. We're like 40 minutes outside of LA. You would think, or at least I would think, if we're that close to LA, that it would be a big crowded city, and it's not. It feels kind of like you're in, you know what this town reminds me of? Lexington, Kentucky is what this little town reminds me of. Mm-hmm. Any of y'all ever been to Lexington, Kentucky? That's what it reminds me of here. That's so strange. Like sometimes you'll get out the car and you'll smell cow shit. There's like farms and stuff around here. This gives off a really clean, pretty small town kind of vibe. The only thing different is the mountains out here are enormous. They're fucking enormous. The biggest fucking mountains I've ever seen in my life, dude. They're scary. They're so big. They are huge. So the scenery is beautiful. In Lexington, Kentucky, there's no mountains. It's just flat. Yeah. Oh, you know Chino Hills, Taro and T. Yeah. I had never heard of the place. Again, just the first house that would approve us. So this is where we ended up. And it's pretty. It's very pretty. The homes, though, this is the weird, bizarre part. On the outside, the neighborhoods are absolutely gorgeous. You walk through our neighborhood, beautiful. I think, honestly, a little bit nicer than our neighborhood in Vegas, be honest with you. But that's probably just because, there wasn't as much plant life and it was much more deserty. And in Vegas, too, the sun damages the paint on the houses. So, once you paint a house out there and it sets in the desert sun for a couple of years, that paint starts fading, you know. But this looks to me more visually pleasing than our neighborhood in Vegas. And our neighborhood in Vegas was nice. But the insides of these homes are weird. So bizarre. It looks really, I still don't even know the word. It's like old. It's like they went for an old classic look. Old, what's the fucking word? From like almost like old Victorian type of. Had y'all follow me on Facebook? You see the pictures I painted the pictures I posted of my backyard, where it looks like this mystical fairy tale land back there or some shit, man. It's fucking crazy, dude. I like it though. This is good. This is just gonna getting comfortable here is gonna turn me into a very different person. That's the point that I'm getting at. Because right now we are both so far outside our comfort zones. But I remember when we first moved in Vegas too, I was outside my comfort zone there. It took me good 6 months or so to get used to living there. And like whenever you're outside your comfort zone, you're growing because soon you're going to be comfortable. Soon. It's like when I was homeless. I didn't know this when I was homeless, but I didn't know that eventually I was going to get comfortable living under that bridge and get used to it. That's when I first learned about the comfort zone. So that's the way it is with being here. Hang on a second. Leo King just texted me. Hang on. Okay. Alrighty. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. Anyway. Yeah, I like California. I like the way it looks beautiful out here. I'm a scenery kind of person. I love my scenery. And I think personally, California has the most beautiful scenery of any state. Well, the funny thing about it is you have everything all in one state here. It's so bizarre. Usually you go to one state and there's one kind of scenery. Like in Las Vegas, it's the desert. You go to Florida, you got the tropical beaches. You go to Kentucky, you got the country. You go to Colorado, you've got the mountains. And here you have it all. You have every landscape packed into one place here. I get in my car right now, drive for 45 minutes, I'm at the beach, or I drive an hour the other way, I'm in the desert, and there's mountains everywhere. There's every landscape all piled into one. I think it's amazing. I love it here. I love it as far as the way it looks. The only thing is everything's so goddamn expensive here. But to me, I'm not really letting that bother me too much because, dude, my whole journey has been all about adapting the abundance mindset anyways. And that's where your abundance mindset will be put to the test. Mhm. That's where it's put to the test right there. Yep. That's how you know whether or not you have a lack mentality or an abundance mentality. Like, perfect example, when gas starts going up. See, people have been so programmed to be in the lack mentality, they don't even realize it. Gas starts going up. And the first thing everybody do is they start joining this bandwagon of bitching. I didn't even fucking notice it. I don't know. I don't know how much gas is. I have no idea. The price of eggs went up. Everybody made this big bandwagon, started bitching. I don't even fucking know how much eggs, how much are they? I don't even know. I don't know how much they are. I don't know how much they were. I don't know. I don't care. So we went from a 7-bedroom home for $3,500 a month to a 4-bedroom home for $4,600 a month. So that's, if there's going to be a downside, that's really the only downside that there is everything here is much more expensive, much more. But oh well, I moved here. The only reason I moved here anyway was to expand my career. So I'm going to be making more money anyways, So anyway, other than that, you take all that shit out of the picture, it's fucking beautiful here. I love it. Just very different, very strange. Anyway. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that don't think that way. A lot of people. You see it too, and I'm always that person, like on Facebook and whatnot. I'll always have to remind everybody, don't jump on that bandwagon of bitching about money. That's how they get you. That's how they keep you trapped in that lack mindset. And this is nothing new. This has been happening for decades. Decades and decades and decades. They get you to psychologically manifest your own lack. And they know they've been doing this for decades because they know. I know that sound. Trust me, they know how energy behaves. They know how manifestation works. Where do you think I learned it from? Where do you think I learned it from? A lot of what I know, not all of it, but a good deal of it, I've learned from people who are very closely connected to those we call they. Trust me, I've heard it bragged about. I'm not just one of those people who sits and does research and listens to other conspiracy theorists. And that's not where I'm coming from. I have personally met and learned from people who are friends with the global elite. I didn't know it at the time. I've heard it bragged about. Trust me, it's no joke. It's very real. Very real. And they do it on purpose. When I tell you we have been very strategically and deliberately programmed and manipulated to reverse manifest, I'm not joking. That's not Rich Lopp's opinion. Very serious. And that's why I make it such a strong, strong point to teach these things and plant the little seeds in my tarot card readings. That's how I've been able to fly under the radar this whole time while still helping people to awaken. I figured out a sneaky way to do it, where everybody else out there have been getting punished and deplatformed and arrested and all this stuff for speaking out. I'm like, well, you know what I can do? I can plant seeds in your mind and shine a little bit of light on them so that they bloom. And then once they bloom, your eyes open and you see the truth. You see the truth. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you that this coffee cup is black. When your eyes open, you see it. I don't need to tell you that. Same thing. I don't need to tell you the truth about what's been happening over the last 3 years. I don't need to tell you that, yes, that the pandemic was planned and it was done on purpose. I don't need to tell you that. All I got to do is teach you how to take control of your own energy and you'll see the truth. Anyway, I'm trailing off into something totally different, ain't I? Anywho, I'm digging this, though. I'm digging my studio. I just got to get the rest of this shit put up. Because, yeah, it is smaller in here. And I don't have near the room that I had to put all the other little rinky dinks and trinkets and stuff like that. But, yep, I'm loving this. I want to put some more stuff behind me, though. I have a neon sign that I'm going to put right here. I have that coming in. A little neon sign with my name, Rich. Rich written in neon is going to be like right here. I'm thinking about putting my YouTube. I don't know if my YouTube play button would show up back here against this, but I want to put a couple of, I don't want it to just necessarily be plain black. I want a couple of things, Anyway, it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be neat looking. Let me see. Look at this shit. Hold up. I know I was playing with this yesterday, but flash warning. If you're epileptic, look away. Hang on. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this one. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Would that be too distracting while I'm reading? Would that be too distracting? Use a black light. Oh, black light. Okay, yeah, I could. Colored lights in my plants. I could have a plant behind me. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, what time is it? Let me see. It's almost 7 a.m. All right. Anyway. So what are y'all up to today on this beautiful Monday? We got to get the kids enrolled in school today. That's the first thing we got to do. Get them enrolled in school. Then we got to go find a gym. We got to go find a gym, Anytime Fitness. Hopefully. We just got to find some kind of gym because we haven't been doing very much gymming at all since all this shit, That's our plan for the day. I don't think I have any. Hang on. Let me see my reading times. Hold up. Yeah, I don't have any readings that need to be done right away. Today's the 3rd, right? Yeah. Nothing right away. One just came in a second ago too. So that'll probably be a couple days from now. Anyway, I just wanted to hop on here and touch base with y'all and get a little chat in the new studio. Not really a whole lot to talk about other than that, though. We're still the same boring people who just sit around and work. But at the same time, we've been figuring out how to unpack 7 bedrooms worth of shit into a 4-bedroom house. We've been still figuring out how to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I might think about seeing if I can get a plant behind me. The one that I had, my big money tree, I have that outside now. Now, oh yeah. See, my last juniper bonsai tree that I bought fucking died. Those things are so hard to keep alive in the desert. I don't know how the hell anybody does it. I don't understand it. I don't know how you keep a Japanese dwarf garden juniper alive in the fucking desert. You got to have some kind of green ass thumb for that, because I'd kill them. Now, though, this is the perfect climate, and I got the perfect spot out there where I could set me a beautiful little bonsai tree. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do that this year. Get me a new juniper. I still have my ficus bonsai. It lived. But my juniper fucking died, dude. I was so pissed. Anyway, though. Anyway, I'm probably going to hop off here in a minute. I just wanted to touch base with y'all and say what's up. Not really a whole lot to talk about. So, yeah, it's still going good through here. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Just wanted to say hi. I'll see y'all later on. I don't know what time, but I'm going to try to knock out a few of the bonuses today. Maybe like 5 of them. That would be nice if I could get that much done. But you never know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.